The college basketball experience TBT preview and picks edition for Friday, July 18th edition on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Get up to $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at the Underdog Fantasy. That is the promo code TCESGPN. And welcome everybody into the TBT preview and picks edition. I am Moneyline Mac, and we are breaking down the 2025 TBT bracket. 64 teams competing for the $1 million prize. So we'll break it down. You got 8 regions here: Wichita, Lexington, West Virginia, James Madison, Syracuse, Louisville, Indy, Kansas City. 14 games on the slate today, so we'll dive into each one. I will be fully transparent that the first round is one of the hardest ones to probably gauge and handicap, just because you haven't seen them play yet. And yes, we have a history of watching these teams throughout the years, but once a year goes by, some guys get out of shape, some guys are in better shape than others, and so for the first round, and we did this last year, I will usually go towards the side of experience in this event. The Elam ending, obviously, one of the more unique things in this tournament. So I do value experience, being able to play in this tournament year after year. So let's get into it, because we got 14 games on the slate. This will not be a marathon like our college basketball experience, but I wanted to get some content out there because I know everybody's itching. College football season can't get here soon enough. So let's get into it. But first, if you want SGPN picks, get on over there for props and free with the SGPN app. Get it wherever you get your apps today. All righty. First up on the slate, where's this? I put all these tickers in. So there we go. The first game in this game begins at 12:30. The Magic Show and Red Rose Thunder kick it off here. This game is going to be taking place, I believe, in the, James Madison region. This is the 3-6 matchup. Magic Show making their debut in this event. Red Rose Thunder had a nice showing last year. Bunch of guys from New York, New Jersey area. They had a nice showing. They won 2 games last year, so they do have experience in this event. And who did they got knocked out by Takeover BC in the quarterfinals, but they came out hot. They won their opener last year by 29 points, and then won the next game by 22. I will lay the 5.5. Like I said, experience in this event. Magic Show making their debut. I think that number is a little short. And I think Red Rose Thunder goes away here and wins this one by double digits. 2 teams making their debuts here: Tampa, Florida pickup, and Duncan Dogs. I mean, what a name, baby. This is the 4-5 matchup. 3-6 matchup in the Lexington region. This game tips off at 2:00 here. Went back and forth. Obviously, Tampa, Florida, primarily a bunch of guys from the Tampa area. You got some USF alums. You got some Jacksonville alums. You got some good ASUN players. And then on the other side, you got the Duncan Dogs making their debut as well. I looking at their rosters here. Duncan Dogs is actually the Louisiana Tech alumni team, but I think the Tampa, Florida roster is a little bit better. So 6 seed, laying 1.5. I think the line's telling a little bit here. So I'll lay the point with the Tampa, Florida pickup basketball. Don't have a lot of confidence in this one. Just like I said, both teams making their debut in this event. But I think the Tampa, Florida roster is a little bit better when looking top to bottom. All right, game number 3. Lost my ticker again. Bear with me. There we go. Raleigh 919 Legends, obviously out of the Raleigh area, taking on the Happy Valley Hoopers. Happy Valley is the Penn State alumni team. They had a good showing last year. They got to the Final Four, I believe, out of the Pittsburgh region. Now they're bumping up to a 1 seed. laying 11.5. Raleigh 919 debut in this event. I think the Penn State roster is pretty good once again. I thought they had a strong showing in their debut last year in that event. They beat the UConn team, they beat the Pitt team, and they beat the Boys Dream as well, who's also good. So a lot of that roster from last year coming back. I'll lay the 11.5. I think that this roster, this is a mismatch size-wise, athleticism. So, yeah, give me a Happy Valley and go State. Richards Elite taking on Eberlein Drive. And if you follow this event, you know Eberlein Drive is a TBT staple. All-time, over 20 wins in this event. They're always in the mix, always in the hunt to get to the final. Last year, they won the Indy region. They beat the Purdue team. They beat the Indiana team. They just have a lot of vets in this event. And Richards Elite, also, in my opinion, lacks experience in this event. So this one, I'm not going to get cute. This is in the Lexington region. I ultimately think Eberlein Drive might win the region once again. I know they got to beat Kentucky, but this group always finds a way to stay in it and advance in this event. So yeah, give me Eberlein Drive. I'll lay the points here. Richards Elite. They're out of this is a kind of a foreign team, I believe. I believe they're out of the UK. So yeah, I think they're in for a rude awakening. I'll lay the 8.5. The Knopf taking on Court Street Kings here in the 4-5 matchup in the West Virginia region. Those games happening in Charleston. The Knopf has a lot of experience in this event too. Last year, they were able to beat the Wofford team in an upset before bowing out to the Kentucky team. Court Street Kings, a lot of hype with this team coming in. But you know what, man? I'm kind of laying some chalk here early, but I like the dog here, man. The Knopf, like I said, experience in this event. They've won multiple games, different years. They're out of Atlanta. I like the experience in the vets here. So give me the dog here. I think they win the game outright. So this one, you might want to look on the money line. So yeah, give me the Knopf to beat Court Street Kings. I'll take the 4.5 and I'll take the money line. Run DFW taking on Fire Family. How about that? That's one of the best parts about this TBT is the naming convention for this. So yeah, Run DFW laying 1.5. They are out of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and Fire Family, they are out of where are they out of? They're all over the place. Yeah. They're kind of spread across the country. Some guys from the overseas. So, Run DFW does have some experience in this event, and I think, yeah, they lost at the buzzer last year to Team Fredette in a game that they blew at the end of the game. So I think another telling line, lower seed favored against a higher seed. I'll take Run DFW to get on the right side of one of these close games. Last year, like I said, they lost to Team Fredette. The year before that, they lost at the buzzer too. So they've had some bad luck in this event, in my opinion. So I'll take Run DFW here to get her done. Love Virginia. Bunch of guys alumni based out of Virginia, not the UVA team. They're taking on Shell Shock. This is the Maryland Terrapins alumni team. Just looking at the Virginia team, I kind of like this roster. I think that they got some guys from Towson, Wilmington, VC. They got a couple guys from VCU here. I know that Maryland's got some big names like Diamond Stone and company, but give me the points. I'll take the 9.5 with Love Virginia here. I think they're live in this game. I think this will be a 1-2 possession game. And that game is happening in the James Madison region. All right, let me hit the ad break, and then I'll break down the final 7 games. But we are brought to you by Circa Million and Circa Survivor. Think you know ball? Well, then you enter Circa's contest. $21 million guaranteed in prizes. $21 million guaranteed in prizes. There's no rake, so all entries go above and get extra money. Go to Prize Pool, Circa Millions. Pick 5 teams to get the spread each week with the Ultimate Sweat in Circa Survivor. There's even a Circa Grands contest at $100,000 Survivor contest. You must enter in person at the Circa Sportsbook in Nevada. Great excuse to book a trip to Viva Las Vegas. I'll be out there 1 month for week 0, me and Colby for college football. Sign up today in Nevada, play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com and use our promo code SGP to get $50 off your proxy fees. That's footballproxy.com, SGP. We're also brought to you by MyBookie, mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on every sport, including MLB, WNBA, golf, and of course, college football and the NFL. MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of different locations. Easy deposit and lightning fast payouts using crypto. We got plenty of futures over there at college for the college football board. Go check out all our previews. We're giving out futures left and right. We give out the under in South Alabama. So get on over there to mybookie.ag. Use the promo code TCESGPN for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. That's mybookie.ag. Promo code TCESGPN. All right, let's continue on here. Heard that. The Marshall team. Everybody knows this team. This is another TBT staple team. John Elmore and company. This is a fun team. Taking on the Psych Warriors. I think the Psych Warriors are going to get beat down here. Like I said, heard that. A lot of experience here in this event. Games an hour from where they played college basketball. I'll lay the 14.5. I won't get cute here. I think Heard that wins by 20. They don't mess around in this event either. They don't play with their food against inferior competition. They get in, get out. I think Heard that wins this one going away. The Austin, Texas Longhorn team is taking on Challenge ALS. This game is in Wichita, Kansas. So Austin's own loss to Houston last year, it actually was a pretty competitive game. I've been a big fan of the ALS team, though, over the years. Team Challenge ALS, multiple guys across the country. Obviously, they're playing for a cause here. I'll lay the 4.5. They've been really good in this event. They lost at the buzzer last year. Who did they lose? They won 3 games, and I believe they lost to the Houston team, yes, in the Elite Eight. They knocked off the North Texas team, who's been really good in this event. And it's just they've been really, really good in this event over the years. So I am a little worried that it could be a 1-possession game, but I think that they make enough plays down the stretch and get this over the finish line and win this one by 7 to 8 points. X-Rated taking on War Ready. Of course, the Auburn Tiger team. So the Auburn team has not been good in this event, but if you look over in the history, they have a bunch of close losses. X-Rated, they're making their debut, so don't know a lot about them. I think the Auburn team finally puts it together, lay the 3.5. I think that they're due for a blowout win. They've lost. I think they're like 2-6 in this event, and it feels like every loss that they've had has been a single digit or single possession game or 2-possession game. So I think they're due for a breakout game against a team making their debut. So I'll take War Ready here, lay the 3.5. All right, so JMU is a host. They're also making their debut here. They're taking on Next Era Elite. So they do have the home crowd, but sometimes I think that goes against you. A lot of pressure here. You're the host. You're only laying 1.5. Give me Next Era Elite to knock off JMU here. I think that a lot of pressure. Your first ever game in the TBT. Next Era Elite does have a little bit of experience in this event. They were Big 5, I believe, back in the day. So you got some guys from the Philly area. I think the Philly toughness here. I think they're going to win this game outright. I think they're the better roster, in my opinion. JMU is just the home team, so that was the only thing that made me a little bit hesitant. But hey, give me Next Era Elite to knock off JMU. Oh, my boys, Du Bois Dream taking on Best Virginia. So Best Virginia's been solid in this event. It feels like the Mountaineer alumni team goes to either the round of 32, Sweet 16, made an Elite 8 one year. They always do win one game. They have never got knocked out in the first round, knock on wood. They're younger than they have been in the past here. So I think they come out. Du Bois, now, I will say Du Bois Dream does have experience in this event. This is not an easy. I don't think this is going to be an easy game for the Mountaineers here. A little worried about laying the 5.5. Everybody on the show knows how I feel about the 5.5 number, but I'll lay it. I think they make enough plays down the stretch, win by 7. Mountaineers win by 7 on the Elam ending, and that's how they covered this game. But I not a lot of confidence on covering the number because I think this is going to be a tight game. But like I said, the Mountaineers always find a way to win the opener here in this event. And they got a younger roster, so maybe that does benefit them here, and they got some fresher legs. But yeah, they would play the winner of the Marshall game, so it could be a showdown in the great 304. Stroh squad taking on La Familia, a.k.a. the Kentucky team. Kentucky did not mess around in this event at all last year. They beat everybody down before bowing out in the Final Four against the Ohio State team that ultimately won at Carmen's Crew. I'll lay it. I'm not messing around. Like I said, they got the Harrison twins. They were super athletic, and they got the experience last year in this event. So I think Stroh squad, tough draw there. Tough draw there getting the Kentucky team. Game is also in Lexington. So, home crowd. Kentucky rolls by 15 to 20. No excuses taken on AfterShocks. AfterShocks has been knocking on the door year after year. They've never won it. They've gotten to the final a couple times. They've gotten it to the Final Four multiple times and the Elite Eight. Last year, they actually got picked off early by Colorado. So give me I'm going to lay it. I'm going to lay it with AfterShocks. Like I said, the big numbers last year, if you laid the big numbers early in the tournament, I think there's a lot of mismatches with size, athleticism, and then just overall experience in this event. And they have the home court. And this is an actual environment that will be lit. Like, they care about the TBT at Wichita. So I think Wichita rolls here. It's the same team that's been in this event year after year. A lot of experience, and they got that bad taste in their mouth from last year. Is Frank Camp playing? Yeah, Frank Camp's playing once again. And they just got a bunch of guys, McDuffie, that have been really good in this event over the years. All right, I'll give out. We'll do a couple locks here at the end of this, but on the other side, because we got to talk about Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Best Ball is happening all summer long, baby. Get on over there. $15 million, including $2 million in first place. No waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best ball, best way to play fantasy football. Underdog Fantasy.com, promo code TCESGPN. So sign up today and claim your special pick and first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. That is the Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm all season long just dropped game-changing feature. Power Trends, essentially the best way to get down your house model. AI detected patterns. Power Trends are updated with Rhythm. No touts, no noise, just clean data back bets, baby. MLB Power Trends are 254 and 147. That's pretty damn good. A win rate of 63% and an ROI of 4.5% in their last 400 bets. WNBA Power Trends 35-20 since the launch, 63%, 20% ROI. Get on over there to Rhythm. Get your 7-day free trial today. sportsgamblingpockets.com/RITHMM. I want to shout out to the chat for rocking with me here on a Friday morning. So tomorrow I will do same time for the Saturday games. There's 14 more games. Sunday, probably we'll stick with this time period. And then that way, because it takes a while to get these lines out in the TBT. So I'm not doing a midnight show for TBT, guys. Sorry. We got plenty of time to do midnight shows in season. Shout out to Cody Frazier, Keanu, Mason, Skrills, and Never Graduate. Yeah, Never Graduate. How about that, baby? Yes, love the TCE for TBT picks, man. Hey, man, we got to get through the summer. It's a good way to get some content out there and, give you something to get some action, get a little sweat in. I got the British Open on in the background. So my man McIntyre's 5 under. So I got him 50-1 to win the Open. So he's live, baby. I think he's down to 15-1. So I know Scheffler just teed off, and so Anyway, enough golf. Go check out the Golf Gambling Podcast and all their great content. So, favorite game on the board. Let me pull up my phone. I would say I was most confident in. Let's not get cute. Let's go Red Rose Thunder to start the day. Lay the 5.5. I'll give out 3. Where was I really liked? I think it was Challenge ALS. Yeah, lay the 4.5, and then the Kentucky team, La Familia, lay the 13.5. Like I said, chalky to begin. Favorite money line dog. You can do it. We can do it. What dogs did I like outright? We could do a dog parlay. Next Era Elite. I mean, they're a yapper, plus 100. Who else do we like? I think I liked like 11 favorites, which is the opposite of what I usually do. I take the dogs later in this once I get to see them play. Knopf. I like Knopf is probably my favorite dog. They're plus 165. And then the other dog I liked was, I think I liked one more dog. I think Love Virginia is live. I think Love Virginia. They're plus 360 if you want a big dog. So, yeah, if you want those 3 in a parlay, 23-1, and that's Love Virginia. That's Knopf and Next Era Elite. Let's go, baby. All righty. That'll do it. We will be back, like I said, tomorrow. I don't have the soundboard, so I don't know how to end this without music. I'm so used to having Colby's soundboard, and we got a new system. So, yeah, let me work on getting some music here on the way out. Oh, here we go. It's going to be like that one episode when Colby was at the massage parlor. So, yes, this has been the College Basketball Experience TBT preview and picks. See you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the TBT. And we are out of here. Let's do this one.